Hello everyone, I'm here. Let us see what the tarot cards have to say about Ukraine this summer of 2025. I've chosen 5 cards from the tarot. We're going to do a little spread for Ukraine, seeing what the summer of 2025 has in store for them. So let's take a look at these cards. The first card is the Emperor. Now, this card represents authority, power, control, leadership, law, and order, stability, structure, tradition, and legacy. This is a very positive card. It's a card that represents strength and security. When we look at the imagery on this card, we see a powerful-looking man sitting on a throne. He's dressed in regal clothing, and he has a scepter in his right hand and a sword in his left. The sword represents his ability to cut through confusion and get to the truth, and the scepter represents his power and authority. This card can also represent father figures, whether it be a literal father or a father figure, someone who is a mentor or a teacher. Now, the second card is the Moon. Now, this card represents illusions, deception, the subconscious mind, the collective unconscious, our deepest fears, and our hidden desires. This is a card of mystery and magic. When we look at the imagery on this card, we see a beautiful woman sitting on a rock by a lake. She's holding a lantern in her right hand and a flower in her left. Behind her, we see a dog howling at the moon. And in the distance, we see a man running away from a crayfish or a crab. This card can represent confusion and delusion, but it can also represent intuition and insight. The third card is the Eight of Pentacles. Now, this card represents skill, craftsmanship, hard work, patience, precision, and mastery. It's a card that represents dedication and perseverance. When we look at the imagery on this card, we see a young man working on an altarpiece, surrounded by tools of his trade, and he's totally focused on his work. This card can also represent those who work with their hands, such as craftspeople, tradespeople, artists, and musicians. The fourth card is the Six of Cups. This card represents nostalgia, memories, the past, childhood, innocence, and purity. It's a card of joy and happiness. When we look at the imagery on this card, we see a man in his 30s pouring a bottle of wine for a woman who looks to be in her early 20s. They are surrounded by children and flowers, and the overall feeling of the card is one of warmth and affection. And the fifth card is the High Priestess. Now, this card represents intuition, insight, mystery, the subconscious mind, and the collective unconscious. It's a card of magic and wonder. When we look at the imagery on this card, we see a woman sitting between 2 pillars. She's holding a scroll in her hands, and she has a flower behind her ear. This card can represent wisdom and knowledge, but it can also represent secrets and hidden things. So let's take a look at what these cards have to say about Ukraine's future. So the first thing that stands out to me is the fact that we have 2 very powerful masculine cards, the Emperor and the Eight of Pentacles, and 2 very powerful feminine cards, the Moon and the High Priestess. This tells me that both the masculine and feminine energies are very strong in Ukraine right now. And when these 2 energies are combined, they create a powerful force. This is why I believe that Ukraine has the potential to be a very powerful country in the future. They have the raw materials and the natural resources to become a very wealthy nation. However, there are some challenges that lie ahead. The Moon card represents confusion and delusion, and I feel that Ukraine will face some difficult decisions in the near future. The High Priestess represents hidden things and secrets, and I feel that some of these secrets will come to light and cause problems. But with the guidance of the Emperor and the wisdom of the Eight of Pentacles, I believe that Ukraine will be able to overcome these challenges and come out stronger on the other side. The Six of Cups is a very positive card, and it tells me that there will be a time of joy and happiness in Ukraine's future. This could be after the war's over and peace has finally returned. This card also represents nostalgia in the past, and I feel that Ukrainians will look back on this time as a time of great unity and strength. Overall, I am optimistic about Ukraine's future. Yes, there are challenges ahead, but I believe that they will come out of this war stronger than ever before. Thank you for watching.